Thanks for watching the Council in Brief. I'm Susan Kennedy. We're here with the latest news of the Montgomery County Council. Up first this week, the grand reopening of the White Oak Library. Great news for library lovers in the east part of Montgomery County. After being closed for nearly 1 year for a refresh project, the White Oak Library is back in business. And at the official ribbon cutting, there were plenty of officials and residents on hand to kick off this new chapter for this treasured community resource.
This is a very close-knit community, and this library obviously is a huge asset. But, it really needed some TLC. I live very close by. My daughters would come here a lot. I would bring them over when my daughter was at White Oak Middle School, and always, wondered what can we do to enhance this library. So in 2014, I actually asked, in the HHS committee for us to incorporate this in the list to evaluate and see if it could be refreshed, and the executive included it in 2015.
When a library is closed for almost a year like this was, it feels like something's missing, but it's great that we had the resources to do the refresh project and to make it a much nicer and better library. So people are really going to appreciate it.
The White Oak Library was originally built in 1967 and renovated 30 years ago. These latest improvements go beyond new carpet and paint. New ergonomic desks, shelving, and furniture are just a few of the upgrades patrons will see when they visit the library. On our visit, the children's room was a popular spot. Though technology has increased access to information for many, council members agree the need for community libraries has not disappeared and that they are so much more than a place where books are stored.
Libraries are really evolving, and I say that they're not just what we traditionally think of. They've become almost like job centers in the sense that people come here to do work or to search for jobs.
Montgomery County has long been a leader on environmental issues, and recently Councilmember Tom Hucker held a press event to talk about a measure he and Councilmember George Leventhal introduced that would take another step towards a clean energy future. Solar power is a reliable, low-cost renewable energy source. However, many Montgomery County residents cannot take advantage of this source of energy for a variety of reasons, including restrictions in the county's current zoning code. A new zoning text amendment is designed to loosen those restraints so more residents can take advantage of the more than 200 days of sunshine per year.
The more we learn about the climate emergency we're in, the council has made ambitious commitments, I think, wisely, to get to a carbon-free economy by 2035. But it's easy to pass a resolution like that. It's actually hard to implement it. And one of the things we need to do is increase adoption of solar, open it up to more constituencies, and to really aggressively use it and use all the tools in our toolbox to get to this carbon-free economy. So this will allow community solar and larger projects in Montgomery County.
The idea behind community solar is that some people, their homes are just not in a place where they can access the sun. They're shaded, or they're on the wrong side of a hill, or they're in multifamily housing, but they purchase their own electricity. So for those folks, you need to install solar fields elsewhere. It can't go on the roof of the building. And that's the purpose, is to liberalize the ability to have these solar fields beyond what the current zoning law allows.
The zoning change would allow solar energy projects that could power as many as 200 homes in one neighborhood. The amendment would retain the current limits on solar collection systems in the Ag Reserve. It's estimated each project would be equal to getting 310 cars off the road, and it would prevent more than 5 million pounds of carbon from entering the atmosphere annually.
I'm lucky. I can have solar panels on my house because I don't have a lot of tree cover, but most people aren't that way. In Montgomery County, we value our trees, and there's a lot of trees blocking a lot of roofs, but there's a lot of people who are environmentally minded, and they want to be part of a solar economy. They'd rather purchase renewable energy than purchase coal and nuclear, but they don't really have that option. So this way they can buy into a share maybe at their local church, help the church with their finances, and lower their own utility bills at the same time.
Well, that does it for this edition of the Council in Brief. For County Cable Montgomery, I'm Susan Kennedy. Thanks for watching.